A mysterious death. Police discover a body on the south side early this morning. How they think the victim may have died.
And we had a few sprinkles earlier this morning on live Doppler 13 radar. It is gradually clearing. We have clouds and a cool start. I'll have the details on your weekend forecast.
Plus, in-state rivals face off at Lucas Oil Stadium tonight. Why this year's Notre Dame-Purdue matchup is extra special.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News Weekend Sunrise starts now.
Good morning to you. Welcome to Weekend Sunrise. It is 9 o'clock on your Saturday morning. Naomi Peskovitz here with Kelly Green. And you've been tracking this kind of windy, cold air we're all going to feel today.
It definitely feels like fall. Of course, we have a lot of football games going on, so it's appropriate, right?
Perfect timing.
Definitely chilly out there. If you have any events outdoors this morning, you'll definitely need the jacket. We had a trough of low pressure in the upper levels. It's moved on out of here, but it's keeping the clouds around this morning. And we also have some breezy conditions. So cloudy skies across our weather bug network. Here's a look from Crawfordsville. The clouds starting to decrease, and that's what we'll see throughout the day today. Also a look from our Brown County weather bug cam. Also a lot of clouds here as well. But again, we'll start to see some sunshine. It's just going to take a while. Temperature right now at 47 degrees. Those winds out of the northwest at 12 miles per hour, keeping the wind chill values around 40 degrees this morning in Indianapolis. It is currently 48 in Marion, 46 in Kokomo, 43 in Lafayette. 50 degrees right now in Greensburg. Temperatures are running well below average and also even cooler than yesterday at this time. 7 degrees cooler in Lebanon than at this time yesterday morning. 8 degrees cooler in Indianapolis. Now, Future Track 13 does have high pressure that will build in, gradually causing those clouds to thin out. So we will see some sunshine today, but temperatures really not going to move a whole lot, climbing into the upper 50s and low 60s across the area. This weekend we'll see a high of only 63 degrees today. A little bit warmer for Sunday, mostly sunny tomorrow, high of 68 degrees. Unseasonably cool, but we do have some nice fall-like temperatures in your 7-day forecast. I'll have those details in just a few minutes.
New on Weekend Sunrise, a body has been found on the city's south side. The man was found laying on the sidewalk around 4 this morning near the intersection of Shelby and Calhoun. That's just south of the I-65 overpass. Right now, police have not released the identity of the man or how he died, but investigators do think foul play may have been a factor. And also new on Weekend Sunrise, fire crews in Johnson County battled a fire at a business this morning. They were called to the intersection of 84 South and State Road 135 in Bargersville just before 3 a.m. It took about 30 minutes to get that fire under control. Eyewitness News has learned the fire was in an unoccupied area of the building, which houses a Subway and liquor store. No one was injured. The cause of that fire is under investigation. And also new this morning out of Pennsylvania, a state trooper is dead, another injured in a shooting there. Investigators say someone fired shots at the Blooming Grove State Police Barracks around 11 last night during a shift change. Authorities describe the scene there as an ambush. Law enforcement agencies from New Jersey and New York are now assisting in the search for a shooter, but they do have limited information to go on. The names of the troopers have not been released. This morning, Metro Police are searching for suspects in a fatal drive-by shooting. Officers were called to the 3300 block of North Butler Avenue just before 10 last night. Witnesses told police the victim was shot at several times as he was walking down the street there. Officers say they are looking for a black Pontiac Grand Am that fled the scene after the shooting. Right now, police are not releasing the victim's name, but they do say he is a young man in his late teens or early 20s. Officers say while they have not caught the suspect, they have made progress in the investigation.
We have a significant police presence here. We have multiple investigators, multiple homicide units, as well as North District and East District officers here to kind of contain the scene. The perimeter obviously has been set, but we're just asking people with any information to come forward.
Police have not released suspect information or a motive for the shooting at this time. If you know anything about the case, you can leave an anonymous tip on the Crime Stoppers hotline. The number there, 262-TIPS. For the second time this school year, students at Cathedral High School are mourning the loss of a fellow student, apparently because of a suicide. This morning, more than 2,000 people are expected to walk the downtown canal to bring the crisis of suicide out of the darkness. 17-year-old David Hobson took his own life after being suspended from Cathedral High School. The teenager had suffered from depression, which led to alcohol and drug abuse. His father says the family just didn't see it coming. He says parents and students need to know more about suicide, and so do schools.
But there's really nothing out there to help kids that have mental illness. And that's really what needs to be addressed. And it's not from lack of caring. The schools certainly care, but they just don't have the tools, and they don't have the education or the ability to do what needs to be done in that area.
Last year, the state began requiring new teachers to get suicide prevention and intervention training. There are no requirements, though, for existing teachers, but there are plenty of resources online for parents, students, teachers. Just go to WTHR.com and look under Hot Topics for all of that. Cathedral High School did call in additional mental health counselors to speak with students and teachers. Last night's football game against Chittard has been rescheduled for later this afternoon. And today there is a suicide awareness event called the Out of the Darkness Walk. It starts this afternoon at 2:30 at the White River State Park at the Celebration Plaza. Check in there. Starts at 1:30. In other news this morning, the woman instrumental in bringing some of the biggest national sporting events to our city is leaving the Indiana Sports Corps. But today we now know Allison Millington won't be traveling too far away for her next gig. The outgoing president of the Indiana Sports Corps says she believes her new job with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway will provide some much needed challenges. Millington will always be associated with the 2012 Super Bowl at Lucas Oil Stadium, but she's also credited with bringing the NCAA Men's Final Four and the College Swimming and Diving Championships to town. She says it's the people that have kept her right here in central Indiana.
The thing that brings tears to my eyes all the time is those volunteers and how committed they are to what we do and what this organization does for the city.
Ryan Vaughn will replace Millington as Sports Corps president. They both start their new jobs at the end of October. Well, one of college football's greatest rivalries takes center stage at Lucas Oil Stadium tonight. Purdue and Notre Dame face off for the last time before a 6-year hiatus. Sunrise reporter Matt McCutcheon joins us live outside Lucas Oil Stadium on South Street to tell us more about what's happening today. Matt.
As you can imagine, Naomi, a lot of excitement here in downtown Indianapolis, and along with the Shamrock Series, a lot of events right here along South Street, along Lucas Oil Stadium. You see a few cones that are here from the 5K, Shamrock Series 5K, that just wrapped up here along downtown Indianapolis. It started at 8 o'clock this morning. Cones are being picked up this morning, and a look at video right now shows you the Notre Dame band at the corners of South and West Streets there to sort of help everyone, encourage them as they go on here for the big 5K through the streets of downtown Indianapolis, one of the many sights that we saw, as well as several leprechauns as well. So a lot of excitement to get everyone excited here for the big game that takes place tonight at 7:30 here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Now, this game that will be taking place tonight out here live will have this entire parking lot filled with cars. Of course, as you can imagine, a lot of people coming out for the game. I just checked for tickets. They are going at about $53 right now, so there are still a few tickets left on Ticketmaster.com. Of course, this game is the epitome of everything Indiana, because this series, which has been going on since 2009, doesn't typically take place in the state of Indiana. So this is the first time for Lucas Oil Stadium to host not just Notre Dame, but Purdue as well. Next year, Notre Dame will take the Shamrock Series to Boston, and last year they were in Texas taking on Arizona. So a lot of history and a lot of excitement all centered around this game. And out here live in this parking lot, in addition to all the cars, you see a little bit of people out here as well, even some tailgaters making their way down here as well. We'll talk to them coming up here in our next half hour. For now, reporting live, Matt McCutcheon, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Matt, thank you. Never too early to tailgate, I guess. Right? They've got a long day ahead of them, and maybe a chilly one.
They might need to take a little nap before that. We are going to be seeing more of the football weather today. A chilly start this morning. Here's a look at our weather bug temperatures right now. In the mid-40s in many locations. Check out Crawfordsville, down to 41 degrees right now. We will see a little bit of a warm-up today. I'll have that and your weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
And yes, it may be a little chilly, but it's perfect weather for hitting the pavement at the annual Heart Walk and 5K. Our own Chuck Lockton is already at White River State Park. We will catch up with him next. 12 on your Saturday morning. A live look here at White River State Park. That's the scene of the Heart Walk. Chuck Lofton is there. We'll talk to him in just a few moments. But if you are heading out today, maybe grab a jacket. It's going to be a little chilly, especially this morning.
Yes, it is definitely a cool fall-like start this morning. A lot of clouds around too. We did have a few sprinkles earlier today, but now on live Doppler 13 radar, it is quiet and dry. We have an upward level disturbance that really brought in some of that rain during the early morning hours, but now we're just dealing with some cloudy skies and some windy conditions. You can see our camera here kind of bouncing around a little bit. Winds are out of the northwest right now, 13 miles per hour, and with the air temperature of only 48 degrees right now, it feels like it is 43. So if you are heading to the Indy Heart Walk and Run, definitely grab a jacket before you head out because it is a cool start, unseasonably cool. 50 degrees in Richmond, it's 48 in Marion, 46 degrees in Kokomo, 43 right now in Lafayette, and 50 degrees in Bloomington. But if we look at the wind chill value, notice it feels like it is 38 in Lafayette, 45 in Marion, 50 degrees in Greensburg, and 53 in Seymour. So today, unseasonably cool, temperatures running 15 degrees below average. We are tracking a dry weekend, though. After that system moved on out of here, we are going to be in for some dry weather for the next several days. We're also tracking some 70-degree weather that will return during the work week, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But here's a look at your forecast for the Indy Heart Walk and 5K Run today. Temperatures will be around 52 degrees at 11 a.m. By 1 p.m., we'll start to see the clouds decreasing with temperatures around 58 degrees. Future Track 13 has an area of high pressure that builds in. That will allow the clouds to continue to clear on out, but it also will help reinforce those northerly breezes throughout the day today. We also have in Muncie the Ball State game. Now this is a rivalry between Ball State and Indiana State today, and that will be a cool afternoon for some football weather. Again, the winds out of the north today during the game time, 59 degrees at 3 p.m. and 61 by 6 p.m. So a cool afternoon for that game, but we'll start to see more sunshine as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures today all across central Indiana, very chilly, only climbing into the upper 50s and low 60s this afternoon. Notice, though, the winds will start to die down, so that won't give us quite the bite in the air that we have this morning. High today of 62 in Richmond, 61 in Muncie, 60 degrees in Peru, 62 in Greencastle, and 61 in Lafayette. Tonight for the Shamrock Series game, we are told that the roof is going to be open tonight, so it will be a chilly evening. And of course, there's a concert at Pan Am Plaza, 4:45. Temperatures during the 5 o'clock hour around 62 down to 53 at 11 p.m. And tonight, temperatures will continue to tumble once again down to 44 degrees, clear and chilly, the coldest since mid-May. Temperatures tomorrow will climb to around 68 degrees down to 48 Monday. We start to warm up a bit as we head into the work week. High of 72 on Monday. There is a chance of a few sprinkles on Monday afternoon and evening, and the 70s stick around through the work week.
Kelly, thank you. Runners and walkers are lacing up and getting ready to hit the pavement for the Heart Walk down at the White River State Park this morning. Meteorologist Chuck Lofton is the MC there this morning, and he joins us live now with more on this event. And Chuck, still no gloves. That's the tipping point.
Good morning, Naomi. It's good to be with you this morning. And yeah, it is cold outside, but everybody's going to be walking here in a little bit. So we'll start to get warmed up. Thousands of people. We're expecting about 10,000 folks here. I'll be hitting the stage, welcoming everybody in the next few minutes. Hey, everybody. Yeah, everybody's trying to get warm. You know, this is, go ahead. You're on TV, lady. Go. You know, one of the great stories, and there are many, many stories, is this guy, Jim England with J.D. Byrider, and he's been a part of the Heart Walk in an administrative role for many years. Jim, tell us, though, about your incredible story.
Well, actually, before my story, Byrider got involved with the Heart Association. This is, I think, the 10th or 11th year we've been involved, but I actually, not quite 3 years ago, was a victim of sudden cardiac death. Just sort of fell over, no warning signs, but a passerby came and administered CPR to me and really kept me going until the paramedics got there. I was just so totally lucky, which is one of the reasons why we stress CPR training. In our Byrider booth here today, we're doing hands-only CPR demonstrations. It takes about 10 minutes. We hope to train about 450 people in that technique.
And that's going to be just today. But there's a new law in the state of Indiana that really goes into effect July, so it will be with the class of 2015. Every high school senior, before they graduate, will have to learn CPR, which is a wonderful move.
Which is awesome, because you just never know who you get a chance to be a superhero for. I don't know the name of the guy who saved me that night. I was never able to track him down, but I'm so lucky that he knew what he knew. And the one thing that you don't want to do is find yourself in a position where you don't know how to help somebody. And that's the opportunity that you have when you learn CPR, is you lose that feeling of helplessness.
Well, we have 10,000 people that will be out here for the run and the walk, and there's a lot more to do just besides that activity.
Oh, there are tons of things going on here today. You know, while we're talking, there was a statistic that came out last week about Indiana and obesity, and we're like the 9th worst state in the union. 80% of heart disease is preventable, so that's why the walk is so important, to get people started in physical activity and diet. There's all kinds of suggestions from all different kinds of health-oriented companies out here today.
Well, we're first in friendliness, but 9th in obesity. That's not a good combination. And later on today, you're going to be on the stage with me, and we're going to be welcoming people, but we're raising nearly $1 million today, correct?
Absolutely. This year for the walk, that's our goal, and we're going to get awfully close, if not hit it. A number of companies of the corporate sponsors have already surpassed their goal. J.D. Byrider being one of them, St. Francis Franciscan Health, another tremendous contributor. Anthem is here. So we've got a lot of companies that are doing some great things for the city.
Jim England, thank you very much. We'll see you on the stage in a few minutes.
Okay, absolutely. Thanks, Chuck.
All right. And you know, we really invite you folks to go to the American Heart Association website. You can learn more about eating heart healthy, living heart healthy, as all of these folks are attempting to do today. So Naomi, it's crisp, it's cold, but we'll get warmed up once things get started out here in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Just that extra jolt of energy to get you moving on a Saturday morning. Chuck, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Well, it might be taboo to wear white after Labor Day. I don't know. Does this count? I don't think so. Anyway, it doesn't include food, apparently. Coming up, a look at the delicious white-clad dinner put on by Yelp. Every Saturday, we showcase the best of Indy with a little help from Brittany Smith from Yelp.
Hi.
Hello, and today we are getting a preview of Yelp's dinner on blanc. It sounds very fancy.
Oh, so fancy.
And you have your white on for it.
Exactly, yes.
Perfect.
The entire party. So these started in France, and now we're bringing it to Indianapolis, where it's pop-up dinner parties where people are bringing their own food, their table decor, really getting into it. All white decor, obviously, white attire. So it's kind of like a fashion show in a sense. But we're featuring today a few of the businesses that are great examples of where you can get your table decor.
Nice.
And we actually will have over 15 local businesses providing free drinks. So wineries, breweries, coffee roasteries. Yes, it's a great setup. All you have to do is RSVP on Yelp.
So easy.
Plain and simple. It's all ages.
And you're capping it at a certain number of
1,000. It'll be 1,000 people.
So you want to get
and we're
in there quick.
Filling up fast.
Okay, got
Yes.
it. So you want to sign up very quickly. So what will people find here today? You have all this cool stuff.
Yeah, so starting out, we have George Thomas Florist, which is located in Irvington.
Those are
This
beautiful.
is a perfect example if you're looking for your table centerpiece. Go to a local florist. I mean, maybe you're not sure when to do that any other time. This is your chance, and get it in all white.
That's just beautiful because I love this part too. The base is gorgeous.
It's lots of character. It's kind of got that natural, organic feel to it. So
beautiful.
Another great example is Homespun Indie, located on Mass Ave. So
I love that store.
It's very
I'm a big
fun.
fan.
They've got like Indiana cutting
cool.
boards, so you can do your cheese spread, vases that you could be using, candles, so many different elements that are incorporating Hoosier artists.
And when we talk about beverages, many will be alcoholic, but not all of them.
Yes, exactly. So we have Bia Soda from Bloomington, Indiana.
looks good.
This business has only existed for 3 months, and they're using,
it smells good.
Yes, they're so delicious, natural sodas. So it's using cherries from the farmer's market, honey from Honey Farm. So it's using all those local ingredients, very refreshing, very summery. So we'll have over 15 businesses providing beverages.
Kind of the perfect way to wrap up the summer.
Exactly, exactly. September 21st, and it's from 6 to 9 p.m. We actually, from 6 to 7 is the time where you can set up, and then at 7, the ISO quintet starts playing music. It's going to be beautiful.
This is all free, guys. I mean, you got to check this out.
Yes,
you just have
exactly.
to make sure you sign
Just
up early.
RSVP soon.
And they'll put you on the guest list. Well, Brittany, thank you so much for joining us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the 2014 United Way fundraising campaign is officially underway, and there are some big changes this year. What the organization has in mind. Welcome back. The United Way of Central Indiana is hosting a big kickoff with the Colts. One of the first changes people will notice is that iconic thermometer. It's out. United Way of Central Indiana will not be announcing a financial goal. Here's their plan instead. They'll be highlighting a new set of broad goals like education, income, health, and basic needs.
Shift really because we know that the demand for basic needs is increasing over time, and so we can't just be focused on serving those basic needs today. We really have to be attacking the root causes of those basic needs, and many of those are things like education. If you have a really strong education, which starts very early in life, then you will be better positioned to earn a sustainable income.
And if you'd like to donate, we do have a link for you under Hot Topics at WTHR.com. Making a decision for the future. Former Senator Evan Bayh talks about his plans and tells us if we can expect a run for the governor's office in 2016.
And it is a chilly start, feeling more like fall this morning. It is currently 46 degrees downtown Indianapolis, 45 in Rossville, 51 in Seymour, 45 in Rockville. We do have a nice weekend on tap. It just will be chilly. I'll have the details.
Evan Bayh announces he will not run for governor this morning. What's next for the former U.S. Senator? That may depend on Hillary Clinton.
And we had a few sprinkles earlier this morning, but we're starting to see things clearing back out. It will be a sunny but cool weekend. I'll have the details.
Plus, in-state rivals face off at Lucas Oil Stadium tonight. Why this year's Notre Dame-Purdue matchup is extra special.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News Weekend Sunrise starts now.
Good morning to you. Welcome to Weekend Sunrise. It is 9:30 on your Saturday morning. Naomi Peskovitz here with Kelly Green. So many things happening outside today, whether you're tailgating, going to the Heart Walk. There's a lot of things happening, and you're going to need a jacket.
That's right. Indy Irish Fest going on.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Ball State at home today against Indiana State. So a lot of great activities, but you just need to dress for it. That's all there is to it. You know, it's going to be dry this afternoon. We will see the clouds decreasing. If we take a little wider look here on our radar satellite, we had a disturbance in the upper levels. That did bring a few sprinkles earlier this morning, but it is all clearing out of here. We have an area of high pressure that is going to gradually move on in, and then that will just reinforce the winds that we have out of the north today. So it will start off cloudy this morning and cool. Here's our city of Westfield weather bug cam. Certainly a lot of clouds there. And also take a look from Sharpsville. cloudy skies, but we're starting to see those clouds slowly clearing out. It is currently 48 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 13 miles per hour, and we are actually talking about wind chill values. Now, this is our visible satellite, and as you can see, there are clouds here just really east of Crawfordsville, and even Lafayette not having a lot of clouds as much right now, down to 43 degrees. So it's definitely been a lot cooler in some of those locations that are losing that cloud coverage. Still 50 in Richmond and Greensburg, and 50 degrees right now in Muncie, but the wind chill definitely significant this morning. It feels like it is 38 right now in Lafayette, 44 in Kokomo, 45 in Bloomington. Now we'll slowly clear out the skies from west to east today as high pressure builds back in. The winds will calm down quite a bit, but they'll still be out of the north, keeping it quite cool today. Temperatures this afternoon only climbing into the upper 50s and low 60s across the area. This afternoon, high of 63 degrees if you're heading out with Chuck to the Indy Heart Walk. Definitely dress for it tomorrow. Mostly sunny, high of 68, unseasonably cool for this time of year, but we'll see a nice fall-like temperature in the rest of your forecast. I'll have those details coming up in just a few minutes. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. Former Indiana Governor Evan Bayh says he does not want his old job back. After weeks of speculation, Bayh has decided not to return to Indiana to run for governor. Sunrise reporter Kevin Rader says that doesn't necessarily mean Evan Bayh will be off the ballot in 2016.
I,
Evan Bayh,
do solemnly swear
A lot has changed since Evan Bayh was sworn in as Indiana's 46th governor in January of 1989. For one thing, the Indiana state legislature is now overwhelmingly Republican, and a gubernatorial veto can be overridden with a simple majority.
I'd say, Kevin, it was a decision where, my heart probably got the better of me for a while, and my brain kicked in and said, okay, I know how you feel, but think this through.
So the Bayhs decided to pull out of the 2016 gubernatorial sweepstakes before they ever got in.
I give you the next president of the United States, Hillary Clinton.
But they've also worked extremely hard for Hillary Clinton in the 2008 presidential campaign. Hillary won in Indiana, but eventually lost the nomination to then Senator Obama. I asked Senator Bayh if he might consider a vice presidential spot on the Democratic ticket if Hillary were to be the party nominee in 16.
But one thing that is on my mind to do is that if Hillary Clinton, following the first of the year, were to decide to run for president, Susan and I would love to get involved helping her out, helping her husband. We're think the world of both of them. We're friends with both of them, and help them, and who knows where that might lead. That's entirely up to them.
His wife Susan echoed her husband's sentiments.
As a woman lawyer who had been involved in politics, I would like to see her make history, and I think I'd like to be part of that movement. And I know there are a lot of women like me out there that would feel that it would be historic to have a woman president and would like to be part of it.
The Bayhs say serving as the 46th governor of the state of Indiana remains the highlight of their public lives. Anything over and above that, as the senator says, is up to someone else.
Kevin Rader, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Kevin, thank you. Health officials say a severe respiratory illness has sickened hundreds of children across the country, including here in Indiana. The state health department confirms 4 children in Lake County have come down with enterovirus. It's similar to the germ that causes the common cold. Some of the symptoms include a low-grade fever, cough, runny nose, sneezing, and body and muscle aches. Health officials are asking the public to disinfect frequently used surfaces. That dangerous virus is forcing hospital restrictions at Franciscan St. Francis Health. Beginning Monday, visitors to the neonatal intensive care unit must be over the age of 18 unless they are a parent, and anyone who's sick is also restricted. The rules do also apply at IU Health and Riley Hospital for Children. It has been a difficult year for police here in Indiana, still dealing with the recent deaths of officers in the line of duty. They include Merrillville officer and Franklin College graduate Nick Schultz and IMPD officer Perry Wren earlier this summer. Now a local church is helping the healing process by giving more than 200 police officers a simple thank you gift. For the 6th year, the pastor and congregation opened the doors with a meal and pocket flashlights for officers. It's the hope that this flashlight will provide more than just light.
The last guy that cussed you out and yelled at you and screamed at you, look over at this light and say, there are people that love us and appreciate what we do.
Last year, the church volunteers handed trauma kits to each officer. There is still a movement to get those to all officers across central Indiana. And this is just one of several events designed to bring people in the community closer to police officers. Today, IMPD's Northwest District will have a community day along with the Pike Township Fire Department. It'll be from 11 to 2 at the new Augusta Academy North. One of the longest standing in-state rivalries is headed to Lucas Oil Stadium tonight. They'll face off for the final time in years as a part of the Shamrock Series matchup. Sunrise reporter Matt McCutcheon joins us live now from Georgia Street, where some fans are already getting amped for the game. Matt.
Naomi, good morning. It's hard to believe this is the last time the two teams will play until 2020. This Shamrock Series this year, at least, epitomizes everything Indiana. We're at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis for Notre Dame and Purdue, and already this game gets underway at 7:30. But right now, take a look. We have tailgaters right over here. These tailgaters here represent Purdue University, and you can see they've got a lot ready to go. They're out here ready to have a good time. We got them right here this morning, a little early start to the morning here this Saturday, but you're making the most of it. You got a couple chairs. Tell us about your spread of what all you have going on out here this morning.
Normally on a weekend, this is a little bit bigger than normal. We got DJ booth, we got full speakers throughout everything, and TV, satellite for the game later tonight.
And satellite.
Just for the night, and then food like normal.
Okay. And you come down here as well. You have a good time. What's this all about? What's it like for you?
We really enjoy tailgating every game. We go out to every home game, so we couldn't miss this when it was close enough to home to travel.
All right. And how do you feel about the fact that, we've got the Shamrock Series and it's right here this time?
Yeah, we're really excited. We've only been to Notre Dame a couple times, so pretty excited this one's really close to home.
All right, well, thank you both. Enjoy the game and the big tailgating here. You see the DJ booth right here, everything they have ready to go to blare some tunes as well as the game. But right across the path here, we got Purdue on this side. We've already got Notre Dame over here. And, before they even begin playing, they can enjoy a little activities out here as well. We got several fans here from Notre Dame, and we've got some bacon, it looks like, getting ready as well. Good morning to you guys. How excited are you for the game?
We're super excited. We're out here ready to tailgate.
And what else do you have? We see the bacon that's getting ready. What else do you have?
They're the ones that prepared for it.
All right.
Well, we're making potato skins, some little beef crostini things, little appetizers, and get some brats later, chili. It's a little cool out here, so.
Gotta ask you this real quick. How do you feel about your Purdue friends down there?
They're a little close to us, but the music's good.
We got a DJ.
Yeah, so we can be friendly for now.
For now. All right, you heard that. For now. Again, the game tonight at 7:30. We'll, of course, have full highlights for you here on Eyewitness News. For now, reporting live downtown, Matt McCutcheon, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Quite the spread, Matt. All right, we'll see you out there soon. And it's going to be a chilly day for tailgating.
Yes.
All those folks already there started, warmed up with blankets. They'll need them.
They will, and it's going to feel like football weather, so that's the good news. But temperatures right now starting at 43 degrees in Lafayette. It's 48 in Kokomo, 48 in Indianapolis. We actually have wind chill values, making it feel like it's in the upper 30s and low 40s in some locations this morning. A decent warm up for your weekend. I'll have the details coming up.
Oh, a good side stretch this morning. We are at a yogathon to support I Win at Broad Ripple Park, and it's also Checkup 13, the offer today when we come back.
Welcome back. It's 9:42 on your Saturday morning, and if you like to stay active, you don't mind the cold, this is your kind of morning. We already told you about the Heart Walk. Now we turn to another event, this one raising funds for breast cancer awareness. Anne-Marie Tiernan joining us live now from Broad Ripple Park, where you are there for the first ever I Win Yogathon, and you have your pink on. You've been stretching. You are ready to go.
I am ready to go. And you know what's even more amazing is that Barbara Bernier is here sitting Indian style. Barbara, this is a pose that you just couldn't do for years. Tell me a little bit about the restrictions you had and how you found a solution.
Well, I had progressive arthritis in my hips from running for several years, and it got to the point where I couldn't walk without a limp. I couldn't climb stairs. I couldn't get up from a seated position without thinking this is the day my hip's going to go out from under me, and I definitely couldn't sit like I'm sitting now.
So how long were you dealing with this limp and this pain before you thought maybe I need to go see an orthopedist or a specialist?
It was about 10 years, and I just kept thinking, work through it, it'll get better, and it didn't, it got worse.
And so you went and saw Dr. Fisher at Ortho Indy, and then tell me, what was the solution and how are you doing?
He replaced both of my hips at once. The recovery was just amazingly quick and easy, and I'm doing great now. I can do anything.
Yeah, when you look back, do you have any thought about that delay that you put into getting a double hip replacement?
I wish I had done it a lot sooner. The quality of life has improved beyond belief for me.
And how long would you say it took you to recover? Because I know that's just a big barrier for people when they're thinking about a knee replacement or a hip replacement. They're thinking, boy, I don't want to be down that long.
Well, I was up and walking in the hospital the next day on a walker. I was home in 2 days, and I actually climbed my stairs up to my bedroom by myself, holding on to the railing the second day.
That is amazing, and I know that part of your motivation is you have a grandson, and you want to keep up with him.
I do. He's 15 months old now, and what made me decide to do it was when I couldn't even bend over to pick him up. And I said, that's it, because I want to take him to Disney World, and I just want to experience life with him and just have a good time chasing him.
Well, I know you're a very proud grandma, and it's just amazing to see, you go get on the elliptical, you do yoga, and you don't even give a thought now to the pain or mobility.
I do not. I'm 65 years old, and I'll tell people I have the hips of a 18-year-old. They may not look like it, but they feel like it.
All right. Thank you so much, Barbara, for sharing your story today. Today is Checkup 13, and we want to show you these locations where there are free seminars that you can register for, courtesy St. Vincent Health and Checkup 13. If you have joint issues and you'd like to learn about perhaps medicines, injections, or surgical procedures that might bring you some relief, encourage you to sign up for one of these seminars. And to register, all you have to do is call the hotline. It's 1-866-U-CHECK-13 or 1-866-824-3251. You can also register online at WTHR.com. So it really is a great opportunity. So many times when I talk with doctors and patients about this very topic, it's that when the pain is bothering you more often than not, if it's so bad that it's waking you up in the middle of the night, maybe it's time to go see a specialist. And this is a great opportunity for you to learn about all the different options. So the yoga continues here at Broad Ripple Park. Naomi, we are in Shelter 1 until 11:30 today. And the format is a new instructor every half hour. All the instructors donating their time today to raise money to give grants to women in the middle of their breast cancer battle. And we've had a great turnout today. This is the first annual event, so thank you for everyone that's here. And I'm just going to send it back to you because we're working on our core, and that's a priority for me. Let's see. Boat
you
pose.
Look good.
Oh yeah, we're going to hold this up just like this.
And it's
all
harder
right.
when you're holding a microphone too. You got it.
I appreciate your support, Naomi. Back to you.
Well, have fun out there. Thanks, Anne-Marie. And it's a little chilly out there now, but it could warm up at least a little bit during the day, the afternoon.
Yes, it'll be a nice afternoon. We still have a lot of clouds out there, so it's a bit gloomy, but things will start to clear out as high pressure builds back in. In fact, this morning we did have a few sprinkles as we had forecasted. Then we had a few light showers, less than 1/10 of an inch in most locations that did receive any rain today. But it is definitely breezy and it is cloudy and it's chilly. It's currently 48 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 13 miles per hour, feeling like 43 degrees. Are you kidding me? We're talking about wind chill values in September. Here's a look at our Connorsville camera. This is a live look. Notice the flag blowing in the wind, so those winds are going to start to die down as we head into the afternoon, but nonetheless it is going to lead the way to some chilly temperatures this morning. Currently down to 43 degrees in Lafayette, where we're starting to see the clouds really thinning out quite a bit there. 50 in Muncie, 51 in Greensburg, 50 degrees in Seymour. Wind chill values in the upper 30s right now in Lafayette, feeling like 43 in Kokomo, feeling like 46 in Richmond, and 50 in Bloomington. Now, we will enjoy a lot of sunshine later this weekend, but just unseasonably cool. A dry weekend after we had that system move through earlier this morning. We're tracking dry weather, and we're also going to be tracking the return of some 70-degree weather, but not today or tomorrow. And if you are heading to the Indy Heart Walk this morning, temperatures will gradually warm up into the upper 50s by early afternoon. Dry conditions and the clouds will slowly clear out, but you just need to dress appropriately for it. Throughout the morning hours, we'll start to see those clouds decreasing. High pressure builds back in. Winds will be out of the north today. That will keep us on the cool side this afternoon. Not going to warm up a whole lot today, staying about 15 degrees below average for this time of year. Today we'll see a high near 63 degrees. Again, winds out of the north, and they will die down quite a bit, sustained between 5 and 10 miles per hour later on this afternoon. High today of 61 in Lafayette, 62 in Greencastle, 61 in Muncie, and we also have the Shamrock series tonight. Clear skies, and we're talking about the Lucas Oil roof being open tonight, so dress appropriately for the game tonight. It will be cool with those clear skies and temperatures falling into the low 50s, and then by morning down to around 44 degrees tomorrow morning. That's the coolest that we've had since mid-May, with those light breezes out of the northeast. During the day tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, but a cool afternoon. Temperatures gradually warming up into the upper 60s, and then as we head into the work week, we'll see a little bit warmer air, but still a cool way to wrap up the weekend, but it will be dry. Our next chance of rain actually starts to move in on Monday, and that will be a chance of a few light showers, mainly Monday afternoon on into the evening. We're not talking about any kind of severe weather, just some good old-fashioned rain showers out of that. Here's a look at your SkyTrack 13 7-day forecast. High of 63 degrees today, 68 for tomorrow. Monday, chance of rain, high of 72, the low 70s. Stick around throughout the rest of the 7-day forecast. Naomi?
Kelly, thank you. People all over central Indiana will be rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty to clean up the White River today. Communities from the headwaters in Randolph County through Indianapolis will be working today to get trash and other debris out of the water. Last year, the Hamilton County cleanup removed 132 tires, 1,400 tons of recyclable metal, and 4 tons of trash from the river. Now here's Dave Calabro with a look at what's next in sports.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's get your Saturday fired up. It's Operation Football. Dave Calabro, the Lebanon cheerleaders are here. You're here. It's all coming up next. Stay with us.
Operation Football on Eyewitness News is brought to you by Marsh, Reed Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Ray Skillman Automotive, and powered by the IHSAA.
You have to want it more than they do.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Calabro. Look at the Lebanon Tiger cheerleaders in the house. It's Operation Football Week 4. Some great games last night. Let's jump on board Chopper 13, Operation Football Skylights. Football weather is finally here, and that's enough to make the Hamilton Southeastern fans dance. The Royals taking on Fishers, and the scramble is on for a seat. This game was sold out 4 hours before kickoff. Both schools competing for the Spirit Award. Fishers, impressive effort. And give it up for Royal Nation. They're back in blue. The Tigers tamed the Royals with a strong running game. Maurice Campbell runs for 2 touchdowns. This one 32 yards. Fishers wins bragging rights with a 41-10 win over their rival. We head to Noblesville. The Millers facing 3rd-ranked Westfield. Noblesville glowing with school spirit on Neon Night. The Millers ground and pound attack. It's Hayden Stinnett going 30 yards with a 10-6 lead at halftime. The Rocks, the defending Spirit Award winners, they try to rally their team. Westfield's Noah Smith with a pick and solid return, but it's a bit too late. The Millers upset Westfield 17-12. We cruise over to Mount Vernon. The Marauders taking on New Pal. Mount Vernon wearing orange. That's the favorite color of 5th grader Parker Adams, who's fighting cancer. Mount Vernon driving, but New Pal's Garrett Cook. He goes up and comes down with a pick. The Dragon fans loving it as New Pal wins on the road 26-3 on week 4 of Operation Football Skylights. Yeah, we had a great time last night at Chopper 13. It's time for the cheerleaders of the week from Lebanon. Ladies, take it away.
Ready. Step back, watch out, here we go. Lebanon High School, the best, you know. Come on, fans, let's hear it. Get on your feet. LHS can't be beat. Lebanon Tigers, the best you have seen. Operation Football on Channel 13. Tigers.
Nice job, Lebanon, on Operation Football. Go to our website, WTHR.com. Look at them all hamming here. You have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. I'm Dave Calabro. We'll talk to you later. Nice job, ladies.
And a couple other big games last night. Ritter visiting Speedway, and in Hendricks County, Avon at Brownsburg. Here's Jason Spells with a look at the big battles from the west side.
Rivalry week at Brownsburg also proving to be Riley week. The students wearing red and raising money for Riley Hospital for Children. The staff even getting involved, with the assistant principal getting a pie in the face from a few Riley kids. To the game we go, the Bulldogs and Orioles with a conference showdown. First quarter, big sack by Matt Thompson, knocks the ball free. Rayshawn Brent with the recovery. Orioles take over on the Bulldog 35-yard line. A few plays later is Brandon Peters to Andrew Griffin. Avon up 7-0. Second quarter, here comes Brownsburg. Hunter Johnson on 3rd and 20 finds Tyler Kurtz for a 30-yard pickup and the score. Bulldogs rattle off 27 unanswered. They win it by a final of 27-7. A bit chilly out. Some of these students here, you see they're in t-shirts and shorts. Let's see if we can warm them up with a couple of Operation Football t-shirts. To Speedway, the Sparkplugs looking to stop a 2-game losing streak hosting Cardinal Ritter. Both teams traded touchdowns in the first half. In the third, though, mental mistakes began to take a toll. Off the punt, Jerome King misjudges the ball and drops it. Raiders recovery, and Jeffrey Smayhill goes to work. 19-yard run, carving up the Speedway defense. Ensuing play, he gets the 1-yard touchdown run. Raiders up 28-14. To the fourth we go. Plugs looking for a rally. Chris Valentine, though, intercepted. Schmehill once again doing the honors with a 9-yard run. Ritter goes on to win it by a final of 35-14.
Jason, thank you. There are still a few tickets available for the Colts home opener at Lucas Oil Stadium on Monday night. The Philadelphia Eagles returned 400 tickets for the game. The Colts put them on sale at the stadium box office. They're also on Ticketmaster. The Colts also say there are a few tickets still available for other 2014 home games. And of course, a lot of tailgating happening today. There'll be even more tomorrow with the Colts at home. Going to be cold.
Right. It's definitely a chilly start this morning. Taking a look at some of those temperatures, they're starting to warm up a bit, but it's currently 47 degrees in Lafayette. The clouds are starting to thin out from west to east. Overcast skies across most of central Indiana right now. 50 in Kokomo, 49 in Bloomington, 49 degrees right now in Richmond. And we are talking wind chill values in September. It feels like it's 43 in Lafayette, 45 in Bloomington, feeling like 45 in Marion, and 46 in Richmond. Today,